Don't use bias and show disrespect to your wife. After all, we are learning. I don't know whether it's true. They say scientific research has shown that intelligence of a child comes from who? From the mother. So women are more intelligent than men. But women, that one is another. That means if your child is not intelligent, there must be mutual respect between husband and wife. In Ephesians 5, it said, wives, respect, obey, submit to your husband. Another word there is reverence your husband as you would reverence the Lord. It didn't say your pastor or your priest. Not that these ones don't deserve respect. But when you take the reverence that is in your heart and bequeath on them, and then you disrespect your husband, that's not what God expects you to do. There is a husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church. See 1 Peter chapter 3. Likewise, you wives be submissive to your husband and all of that. It goes on up to verse 6. 1 Peter chapter 3 from verse 1. Then verse 7, for you husband, because I'm talking to you husband now. Listen very well. He said, likewise, you husbands, live considerately with your wives, bestowing honor on the woman as the weaker sex, since you are joint heirs of the grace of life. In this way, or in order that your prayers may not be hindered. I like the New Jerusalem Bible translation. Say, respect your wife, even though she's the weaker sex, but know that she's a joint heir to salvation with you. He said, if you do this, then nothing can hinder your prayer. Men, how you treat your wife is how God will treat your prayer. 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 7. Go read every man, when you go home, read it too. It's not me that said it, I just read it to you. How you treat your wife is how God will treat your prayer. So some men, your prayer has not crossed the ceiling of your house. Because you're not treating your wife well. You're still hanging. Go and start treating your wife well. He says, so that nothing may hinder. God takes women more seriously than we do. But all I'm saying is, you can do it in the church and be good. But out there, you become something else. There is no good person in the church, including Father that is talking to us. Outside the church, we now know who the real Christians are. So if you like speak in tongues, pray in tongues here, uproot the chairs, scatter all the demons, send them to Zuma Rock, no problem. That's not the end of the story. You must do it in your homes, in your neighborhoods, and out there. That's what it means to be salt and light. Good works. So first reading. Thus says the Lord, share your bread with the hungry and bring the homeless poor into your house. When you see the naked, cover them. And do not hide yourself from your own flesh, not from your own relatives. Then shall your light break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up speedily. Your righteousness shall go before you. The glory of the Lord shall be your rearguard. Then you shall call, you shall pray, and the Lord will answer. You shall cry, and he will say, here I am. See, charity makes your prayer fervent or acceptable. Practical Christianity, what you do to people. I've told you before, you cannot substitute charity with church things. I've told you before that you are generous in the church does not exonerate you from helping people outside. In any case, church is not asking to bring everything you have. The secret of church prosperity is that everybody brings their what? Their own bit. But by the time we gather it, it will now be significant enough to take care of the basic problems of the church. So it doesn't exonerate you from doing the real one that will take you to heaven. Whatsoever you do to the least of mine, that as far as your salvation and relationship with God is concerned, you can't substitute what you do in the church for what you're supposed to do out there. I'll give you another radical example. For instance, if you are from a parish where they have built everything, parish house is built, church is built, every other thing, there is no more serious project. So you do your normal offertory, you do your Sunday collection. If you are those who believe in tithe, you pay your tithe. Some people believe in first fruit. You do your first fruit. Even those who do second fruit, third fruit, last fruit, You do everything. Then let's say by providence, God blesses you and something happens and maybe you just hit a jackpot and you want to come and do Thanksgiving to 1 million naira to that same church. But there is somebody, 1 or 2 people out there, maybe graduates who don't have anything doing. They have looked for a job and they are tired. And you know them, you know their condition, or they have come and met you. But you are now faced with this 1 million. You want to use it and do Thanksgiving in the church. Let me ask you, if you use that money and start those people up, and maybe put 20,000 in envelope and come and do Thanksgiving, then use 980,000 to start those people up in life. Let them, you are not giving them fish now, but you are teaching them to fish. But you now come to the church and do Thanksgiving with 20,000. Which one do you think God will like more? In all honesty, the possibility, if you give that money to a church, a ministry that doesn't have any immediate need for it, what would they do? Drop it in the bank. But 2 people or some persons are doing what? Suffering and dying there. So I say, you start them up, bring a little, and then you tell them, I'm doing this for you so that when God establishes you, you will do it for another. And you should also not forget to contribute to your quota in the church.
Sign up with the largest community of Catholics online. Meet new friends, chat, post pictures and videos, make and receive audios and video calls, interact with lots of priests and religions. Download the app from Google Play Store.